you know, performance-wise, doesn't do a damn thing. What's going on, guys? Welcome back again. Today I got something interesting from Harley Davidson. Well, not interesting, it's kind of cool. I saw this thing on Harley Davidson's website for about 40 bucks. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at it and then put it on the bike. So this, anybody know what this is? I'll tell you. This is a radiator hose cover for the Street Rod 750. So for those of you guys that don't know, or you're trying to think of where the hell is that, right where the distributor is, you know, the spark plug wires coming out of it, right below that, the radiator hose curves out of the bottom of that thing. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's not like it's in the way. It's not like it, you know, contributes to like burning your leg or something. The engine's going to do that before anything else is. But I think this is more decorative than anything. But it was on sale for 40 bucks. And I'm like, for 40 bucks, I'll just freaking buy the thing. You know, worst case scenario, it's video content for this channel. So we're going to take a look at how to put this thing on, and we'll see how it looks. And who knows, maybe if one of you guys is interested in getting one, putting one on, you can go ahead and get it. All right, so let's dive into this. Okay. So not much comes in this little box here. Basically, all that comes in it, inside this little pouch, is some folded up instructions. This little tiny, looks like a washer, retainer, or something like that. I guess we'll figure out what that was for later. And the actual radiator hose, coolant hose cover, by itself. So yeah, that seems to be about it. According to these directions, and I will actually, unlike my other videos, I will actually kind of take a look at the directions, but basically it looks like what we've got to do is we've got to take off the distributor cover, or sorry, not the distributor. Why do you keep calling it a distributor? It's like 75, you know, my old 1970s freaking V8 or something. We got to take off the coil cover, and it looks like we got to remove a couple screws. And hey, look, that looks like the D-washer. Oh, that's what it's called. So it looks like we're gonna have to put the D-washer in between this guy here. So basically it's gonna sit something like that, I believe. And then the bolt goes back on top of it. That seems kind of stupid though, because black bolts and then this silver washer. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But that's about it. So let's go over to the bike and try and put this thing on. Okay, so let's talk about what we're gonna need to do this job. So first thing you're going to need is you're going to need some hex bits. You're going to need a 5mm, and you're going to need a 6mm. And that's basically to take this bolt, and that bolt out. Now the other thing you're going to need is you're going to need a torque wrench. So for those in the United States, if you don't have a torque wrench, the Icon torque wrench, you can get it at Harbor Freight. This is honestly one of the best torque wrenches on the market. There's a bunch of guys on YouTube that pit this up against like Snap-on and Mac and some of the higher end brands. And this thing kicked their ass. So apparently this is really good. I picked this up for about 100 bucks, and I had a 20% off coupon, so I got it for about 80. But it retails for $99 US. And then you're either going to need, you know, some sort of impact wrench or something to put your bits on, or sorry, your sockets on. And then, or you could use just a regular socket. But you are eventually, after you get all these bolts snugged up, you're going to need to torque them down. I believe this one gets 20, yeah, about 20. And these up here get about 80. Just be mindful. This is the tool setup that you're going to need. All right, so let's get right to it. So the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take the coil cover off. Just push down on the top and pull it straight off. And now we'll go ahead and start loosening these bolts. Okay, so we got all the bolts out, and as you notice, the coil is now hanging because these two actually hold it on, but that's okay, that's expected. So the next thing we're going to want to do, just gotta position the camera here better, is we're going to go ahead and fit up the coolant hose cover. So I believe this slides right underneath. Yep. Slides right underneath your coil, and you may have to wiggle it a little bit. It seems like what I'm having to do with it. There we go. That's much better. And then we can drop in our bolts just to hold it into place. We'll just finger tight these things for now. Now, this is where this little de-washer comes in. So for that, we're going to go ahead and put this on the outside. And then we're going to take our bolt and put it on, oops, put it on just like that. Cool. All right, now I'm just gonna barely tighten these because we are gonna be torquing these things down. So we're gonna go real slow and just make it snug. And then we'll do the top ones. Get this guy over here. All right, that looks pretty good. Now, as I mentioned, we're gonna have to torque these things down. So we've got the ignition coil bracket screw that is on this side, and the sprocket cover screw, which is this guy right here. And this guy down here is going to need 80 to 97 inch-pounds or 9 to 11 nanometers for you guys in the EU or in India or anywhere else in the world where you're not using this silly imperial unit bullshit. And then these guys up here, this guy and that guy, are going to get 20 foot-pounds or 22.5 nanometers. So we'll go ahead and tighten these guys down with the torque wrench. Okay, so this one says, as you can see, tighten sprocket cover screw to 80 to 97 inch-pounds. You know what? That seems ridiculously tight. So I'm not going to go ahead and do that. I think I got this thing probably at about 50 right now, and that seems good enough. Okay. So now we will go ahead and put the coil cover back on, which is really easy to do. And there we have it. I think that looks pretty good. You know, kind of draws more of the black in. You know, performance-wise, doesn't do a damn thing, but it looks pretty good. And for everyone, you know, there is the bike. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. So that's it, quick and dirty. Pretty straightforward thing to do. You know, if you want to get it, check it out. It goes on sale every now and then. What I've heard, you might be able to find them someplace else if you're looking for things to kind of doll your bike up, if that's the word for it. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good, and you know, for 40 bucks, I think it was worth it. But anyway, hope you like this video. Don't forget, giving away that Tough Side tail tidy. We're at like 230 something subscribers. I'm gonna be running the contest and the giveaway when we hit 300. So keep the subscriptions coming. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.